Walking with Colleen and Dez on the AT. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the shade.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's always 5 or 10 degrees colder.
Stone to it.
Here, start the rocks. Man, from saying you couldn't walk 2 years ago to doing this like it's nothing, that's pretty impressive.
At the end of this tree, we just call it quits.
Yeah.
Let him get on his way. Yep. All right.
Hey, you guys did a section of it.
Yeah.
There Colleen and Dez go. They walked with me for a couple minutes. That was awesome. Look at this. Here they go. Some of the best people. I say this a lot, I know it sounds like I'm being rhetorical now, but some of the nicest, most genuine people you'll ever meet. So kind. Forever grateful. Oh man. I'm gonna think about them all day and always have that's a lifelong friendship with Colleen and Dez. That was so kind of them to. They drove an hour, which means a 2-hour drive round trip, and then another hour and 2 hours round trip today. So they drove 4 hours for me, made me meals, bought me lunch, laundry, shower, bed, and good quality time. We got to watch Panama kick the USA's butt in soccer in the Copa America. That was fun. So I wish them the best and pray for them, and we are back in business on the trail, fattened up. Hopefully I'm a couple more pounds heavier, and also my pack's a couple pounds heavier. We're stocked up on Al's Sporting Goods, got the goods, and happy as can be. Today is the halfway mark. Famous day. I'm gonna look it up later to see which day number it is, but it's around 48, 49. So all is well here. We got these new pit vipers and this hat that are mean. That's freaking awesome. They look sick. All right, see ya. Trail magic. Trail magic.
Lots of hot dogs, okay?
From Tycoon.
One cupcake like the second graders.
Just had freaking awesome trail magic from 2 people. One from Connecticut, one from Florida. Tycoon and Susan. They work at Gettysburg. Really, really nice people. And they had everything. That was a real trail magic. That was crazy. They had all the creams and lotions and medical, any like ibuprofen pills, whatever. But then they had all the snacks, they had fruit, every kind of drink, hot dogs. I had 3 hot dogs. Thank you so much. Blessing. That's so delicious. And we are back on the AT. And then I got to meet Slugger, Split, and Bumble, 3 thru hikers. They're super cool, super chill. So, alrighty then, on to the next one. 3 hot dogs in my belly. Plus I had like some zingers and a Gatorade and a Mountain Dew and Doritos. I am full. I'm getting fat. Plus I got 40 pounds on my pack. Like pack all this food. I'm like, okay, I got like 5 to 7 days of food. And then when you eat like that, that just like doesn't extend a day, but it extends a meal and it adds up. Trail magic is unreal. We're officially hiking through Pennsylvania. Gonna make it up to the halfway mark today. Hopefully not, actually. Hopefully it's tomorrow morning, because there's that halfway ice cream challenge known as half-gallon challenge, I think, or something. And you gotta eat a half a gallon ice cream. I think it opens at 9 a.m. So I don't want to get there too late. I don't want to get there too early. So maybe we'll stop at like 25 miles so I can do the gallon challenge tomorrow. Yeah. Talk to you later. So, just another day hiking the Appalachian Trail. I crossed paths with this guy in his 50s, and he's like, hey, I'm like, hey, have a good day. He's like, yeah, enjoy your hike. And he's like, are you like hiking through? Are you through hiking? And I'm like, oh yeah, I am. And he's like, oh, you look like really good. And I laughed. I'm like, oh, what? Like threw me off. And I'm like, oh, well, some family friends just picked me up yesterday to take the day off, and I showered there. He's like, oh yeah, you look really good. And didn't mean it weird at all. He's just being super kind. Then I like laughed and I was like, thanks. I was like, yeah, I showered yesterday, that's why. And then we talked for a minute and I walked off. And all of a sudden I'm like, he didn't say I looked good because I just showered. He saw the new freaking pit vipers and the owl's hat. Freaking rocking it with style. I'm on a new level. Fun fact of the day. Pit vipers make you go 2 miles per hour faster. That means I'm going 6 miles an hour all the time. Every time. All right. Doing some rock scrambling, so I thought it'd be fun to share. This is the trail. Crazy. It's so easy to get lost because there's people try to find it or like walk on the, I guess, easiest path. It's pretty cool rock outcropping. Some stacked boulders. But yeah, this is the trail. Like the path of least resistance, I guess. People follow that, and then you can tell where people have walked, so it just sort of mixes up where the trail is supposed to be. And sometimes the way that people take has looked easier than the actual trail. This place is called Rocky Mountains, so it's actually fitting. It's been kind of off and on like that all day. Oh, it's so weird. It's right there. Day's going so well. Still feel fresh and clean. Hasn't been too hot, although now is like probably the hottest part of the day. It's maybe around 2 o'clock. I've gone 12 miles. It was breezy this morning, like high 60s, I think. And then slowly gotten hotter, but still not as hot as last week when it was in the 90s. But some things, it's been funny, just only that you could call it fasting from my phone. Not having my phone for 10 days has made it so I'm not like grabbing my phone for everything to check the trail and the weather and stuff like this. I'm actually using my brain. It's funny, there's this spice called cardamom, and it's the best ice cream I've ever had at the Viking Hut at Park City. Thank you to Alexis Smith. Yeah, one of the best dinners I've had, but hands down the greatest ice cream. There's one little scoop in this Viking rock, this Scandinavian rock or something. It was crazy. And it was like vanilla ice cream, possibly with lavender, but it had cardamom in it, and oh my gosh, I don't even know that's how you pronounce it. But anyways, I was trying to think of that earlier because I'm always craving ice cream and milkshakes and smoothies, and I couldn't think of that spice, and so I had to go through the alphabet like multiple times, and I knew it had like a C and an A, so I was just going through everything and finally figured it out, probably after 10 or 15 minutes. But I was like, good, I didn't just look that up. I thought about it. I want to recreate that when I get home with my soft serve ice cream machine that I will have. My trail name should have been ice cream or dairy or milk or milkman. That's the inside given one for myself. Trail magic was awesome. Like I said, all that food, 3 hot dogs. I'm still full. Been having some snacks, but not digging into my freaking 40 pounds a pack yet. It's so funny. But Al's Sporting Goods, from Al's Sporting Goods, I got 6 Peak refuel meals. Those will be freaking delicious. So I'm gonna have a taste contest between the different flavors. I think there's like a mango or coconut curry, and then chicken, something like that. There's like a beef, oh man, I don't remember, stroganoff or some kind of, and there's like a pasta, biscuits and gravy. Anyways, there's gonna be a taste contest between all of them. I'm gonna rate them all, see which one's the best. Glasses are still doing good, haven't really used them. There's not a lot of sun out here. I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, these are such nice glasses. I don't want to damage them if I'm like hitting branches or something and just sitting on the top of my head. So I have the case right there. Maybe I could just store them in that until I need them. That's probably the smartest idea. And the hat too, I love this hat, but it's gonna get sweaty and gross. I was thinking maybe I'll keep the glasses because there is gonna be a ton of exposed stuff up in the White Mountains, Presidentials, New Hampshire, Maine. And that'd be actually nice, like really nice item to have. So am I still on the trail? Yeah. So maybe I'll keep them. No other thoughts. Love you, bye. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellow thru hikers and past thru hikers, the alumni. But when you can time a shit perfectly in the middle of a day at a state park for a nice bathroom break, you feel like you're wearing all the infinity rings from frickin' Avengers, like Thanos. You feel like you're the frickin' most powerful, smartest person in the world, and you beat the system. Been walking in the woods for 5 hours and I just have to poop really bad right as I get to a state park. It's beautiful. Caledonia State Park. Time for a bathroom break and water fill up. me tell you something. Yeah, I still got Oreos in my teeth. One of the greatest feelings on the Appalachian Trail is when you've been hiking for 5 or 6 hours in the wilderness, and as soon as you gotta take a poop, you walk into a beautiful state park with a private bathroom. It's freaking gorgeous. It's one of the greatest wins in life. I feel like I'm on top of the world, like I'm the king of the mountain. King of the castle. Anyways, that's the thought of the day. For documentation purposes, I gotta remember this moment. There's so many like squirrels and birds and chipmunks and mice and voles and lizards and skinks, everything that'll just be close to the trail, and once you get to their certain radius to scare them, they just sprint off into the bushes and leaves and make all this rattle. Well, just now, lately, and mostly it's been chipmunks the last month, and there was one on the right that scrambled when I got up on the trail close to, and I looked over to my right, and it like didn't make the jump up onto this log. So it was like sad. This is sad. It's like Mufasa trying to hang on the cliff. He was like using his front two hands and claws to make it. He's like scrambling, but then he finally got up. It's funny, just like a misjump, a misstep. Or he didn't judge how big the clearance to the log was. I just watched squirrels all day do these insane maneuvers, these crazy trees and logs and rocks. It's like, how do they do that? I swear they're showing off. Like, we're way far away, but they have to act cool and do all their ninja stuff. But I'm always waiting for one to miss it, to mess up, and that chipmunk just did. That was funny. That's all, the little pleasures that make your day. And luckily that happened, because I was in a deep, dark thought before that. It's insane how you have conversations with people, or something will get brought up on the, you're talking on the phone, or you just think of something, or something reminds you of something, and you dive deep into either like embarrassing moments in your life, childhood moments, future life decisions, moments, life changes. Like, the internal thoughts are insane how deep I dive into things. It's like I'm having an intervention inside my brain whenever I get deep into the forest and haven't seen humans for hours, or like talked. That's why this is good to have the GoPro to talk to and use my voice. But yeah, that was an insane thought. I was thinking of, I was actually thinking of my childhood, and I was thinking of how it compared to Shrek and these different things. It was it was interesting. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But anyways, it is 5 p.m. We've been 22 miles. So about 3 hours of daylight left. So we should be finishing up right around 30 miles. That was a good looking camp spot. I need to look on my trail guide, see if we can find a place for sunset. That'd be stellar. Cool. What's up, homies? Fun side quest. I should have taken a video before, but up on that tree right there, someone had done a bear hang with this rock, and it got wedged up there and stuck. I was walking by the trail and I saw it hanging right here. I'm like, yep, side quest. Guess who got it down? I always wonder how long it's been up here. Could be a week, could be a year, could be 5 years. I don't know. Looks pretty old rope, but that is such a fun challenge to me. The wildings know I've got the greatest arm of all time. What would that be? Gowat. The Gowat. The old quarterback, then running back. But anyways, got the arm. I threw a rock up there, knocked it loose, and was able to wedge it back and forth and get it down. So I got some new paracord that I'm gonna get some knots out of, and it's freaking awesome. It's fun. Collecting gear along the way and cleaning up the trail. It's a big motherfricker. Check him out. It's a big guy. Holy shit. Gotta get that rattler.
I'd like to stop there and eat because I heard their food is really good. But I don't.
Yo. I just left one of my best friends, Max Clem, a voicemail. And I was rapping to him about his home state of Pennsylvania. And as I'm rapping in the voicemail, I look up and there's a little campsite where this couple is standing there just staring at me. And I'm like, oh gosh. It's pretty funny. What was I going to say? Dude, just got some more trail magic. Freaking incredible. Technically, I could say it's the third trail magic of the day. Not really. The first one, Colleen and Dez giving me an apple and a propelled and breakfast, bacon, egg, and toast. But on the trail, we got, like I said, hot dogs and everything there. And then just now pulled up with the last people were Susan and Tycoon, and right now is Brian and Darlene, and they had pulled pork sandwiches, tons of drinks. They had like a store set up. I'm like, how are people so kind? What the heck? So freaking kind. And there were the other thru hikers there. Let's see if I can remember everybody's name. Sorry if I butcher or forget it. Slugger, Iris. No, watch this. Slugger from Indiana. Iris lives in Montana, from Connecticut. Poles from Illinois. Crap. The trail name's not crap, I just can't remember. What is her name? Split. From somewhere. and then Bumble from Illinois as well. And then, yeah, the couple, Brian and Darlene, are from Ohio. So freaking nice people. They're staying in this cabin and have everything set up. I just hope they recognize how grateful people are, and I hope they are blessed for all time and eternity. But then, yeah, the campground, the couple that heard me rapping was Jukebox and Bear Bite. I didn't ask why her name is Bear Bite. I need to ask her that tomorrow. But anyways, everybody's stoked for Trail Magic, but stoked for the ice cream challenge tomorrow, the halfway point. I'm stoked for that. I took an iPhone video of the huge rattlesnake that crossed the trail in front of me. It was just sitting there waiting for me. That might already be in the video when I post it, but that was freaking cool to see. And the hikers are like a couple minutes in front of me and wasn't there. It's just crazy the timing of seeing stuff, but it's been a wonderful day. We're at 24 miles and we still got about an hour and a half of sunlight, so let's just get in the high 20s range. No need to push 30. Look at me, dude. I'm a new man. I don't have to get 30. I can calm down. I can relax. God, it feels good. But I'm still hard on myself and I feel like a failure. Not really. I loaded up on snacks for them. They got a cool, I think it's called like Chevy Express, this awesome van, 2003. It only has like 100,000 miles on it. Got it for $12,000. I'm like, that's my next purchase. Unless I get a K-truck, a Japanese mini truck. When I'm done hiking at Katahdin, this is my current plan, is to drive, fly, shuttle, however I need to the nearest importer for Japanese mini trucks. Buy one on the spot. Go get a freaking puppy dog. And me and said puppy dog. I'm already thinking of names for it. I think Lady's a good name. Anyways. We're gonna just drive down the East Coast, Highway 1, all the way down the East Coast, and we're gonna surf every day and try to not meet as many girls as we can. Now we'll see. That would be freaking awesome though, am I right? Ends freaking the Appalachian Trail and drives the entire East Coast, which will turn into the entire border of the United States of America. Yeah, we'll see. This is crazy. I have probably about 40 pounds on my pack and I haven't hardly eaten anything. I've had a couple snacks from my pack, but no meals, and there's no need for dinner because I'm freaking stuffed. Which everybody, if you're my close family and friends right now, you're like, no, you need to eat. You've lost 25 pounds. It's pretty interesting thinking about the weight of my pack. If it's around 40 pounds, like fully filled with all my water and food, 40 pounds right now, since I've lost 25 pounds, that's over a fourth of my body weight. 40, 80, 120, 160. So, yeah, it's like 25-30% of my body weight on me back that I'm carrying from Georgia to Maine, eh? Piece of cake. I was going to say something else, and now I can't remember. I'm just so happy. Why can't we just hike for the rest of our lives? We can, and we will. Okay. That food and all that caffeine have got me going. I need to chill out and think these thoughts in my head. Later. You are at the 2024 halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. As a result of various relocations, the actual halfway point of the Appalachian Trail changes each year. The 2024 halfway point is 1098.7 miles here, where you're standing. The ceremonial halfway marker is located on the Appalachian Trail between Tom's Run Shelter and Michelle Road, a few miles north of here. The location of the ceremonial marker does not change from year to year. You are encouraged to visit the Appalachian Trail Museum, yes sir, located on the Appalachian Trail in Pine Grove Furnace State Park, about 4 miles north of here. We made it halfway. We're halfway there. Good morning. I'm in all my thoughts about halfway of yeah, just a lot of thoughts of changes, accomplishments, all that stuff. So I'm gonna write that down. It's gonna be in my thoughts all day. It's gonna be a fun day. Looking forward to it. I know we're not supposed to talk about poop, but I just had a bloody great poop. Check this out. I walk off trail. Big old tree has fallen. Deep foothole. Anthill here, which I didn't know about. So while I was pooping, they were crawling up all my legs into my hoo-hoo. I had to smash them and flick them off, but pooped. Then there's a handy stick there. Shove all the toilet paper into a deeper hole. So that might not be appropriate, but it was so convenient. So much easier than pooping inside. And the ants are still on me. Okie dokie, see you later. Stuff in different areas. Jenna Jameson, we're at the Newburgh Fire Company. They made the movie Backdraft, Fireproof. Oh yeah, I know Fireproof. Open Season. They made all them with Rusty's, the new movie with Rusty Wallace and stuff like that. They made them movies. Rusty Wallace was out there. They put the number 51 in NASCAR. I was living out there for a while on a farm with a girl. Well, this one girl, come to find out, she was related to Patrick Swayze. They put some of them people in the Leave It to Beaver. Mark Ricker, one of my persons who were working on this farm. Yeah. Come to find out, he was off the television show when I was younger. Well, oh my God, I worked my ass off out there and you know. But then I knew this one other guy when I was younger. I used to work for this landscaping guy down here. He's off 999 three-turn road to the big A-frame house with windows on. You can see the whole way down to Shippensburg, the whole way up to the top of the Ridge Road. It's the only house there. And he knows some country singer people. I've met Randy Travis, George Jones. Jeez, what's this area called? This is Big Flat. They call Big Flat. Big Flat. It's between Biglerville, Apple Country. Apple Country, like if you'd go probably 6 miles down this way, it's all apple orchards. Oh wow. Apple orchards and winery country. Yeah. Towards Gettysburg on the other side. They call this Apple Country over on this side. And there's private ground orchards and stuff. And yeah. That's what makes the deer pretty good. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And this way Shippensburg, and then you got Harrisburg. Oh yeah. Maryland, Hagerstown, Virginia. Hagerstown, yeah. But this one girl was from Virginia. I met people from New York. That's awesome. From California, Florida. All over. Freaking Hulk Hogan was up here. Freaking Brock Lesnar. Like, I've met people from China. Freaking, this one girl on the phone because I was lonely and down and bored. Well, she said, well, Ronnie, come meet me. We'll go to a motel room one night. Oh my God, I go to a motel room here. It was freaking, did you ever watch The Karate Kid? The girl that was with Daniel LaRusso, some of her family was up here in the mountains. Jeez. You know who Mr. Miyagi is? Off The Karate Kid, the little skinny Mr. Miyagi? He was up here at the cabin. No kidding. With his daughter. That's awesome. With his daughter. Some of these movie stars are alright. Some of them, like you said, ignorant. There can be some, like I've had people do, they cost me over $400,000 in my vehicles, my own parents up there in the mountains. Dang. Dodged, well, this one junkyard girl from over in Needmore, I was fixing derby cars and race cars up. And my damn brothers and stuff were doing, like, when you got your parents and shit against you and shit like that there, that takes it. They were fucking putting sleeping medicine in my drinks and then going out and loosening my lug nuts on my tires. That's horrible. I'd come out and drive down the goddamn road, my goddamn lug nuts would fly off my tire. That's horrible. That's petty shit there. Yeah. That makes you mad and ignorant. Stealing my food. Dang. Yeah. Like I gotta get to a campsite before it gets dark, so I gotta take off. I've met like muscle building guys. That's so wild. Big muscle building guys and all kinds of stuff. They had me. I met motocross riders, Ricky Carmichael, Chad Reed, all kinds of stuff. Like there was a motocross. Well, there was a NASCAR driver that actually run this trail. Yeah. Cal Larskin. He was up here running the trail one day. I seen him up here. Oh dang. And some other people.
But back in my younger days, I took a little bit like somebody, different stuff like that there. Like somebody tried to snatch and try to get to the side, get them to the side.
They showed you all that?
But my younger days, I took a little bit of, I know a little bit of I know some different stuff from my younger days. I took it back when I was younger and just try to know some.
That's cool. It's nice to meet you, Mouse. I gotta get going. I gotta find my campsite.
Mouse.
Oh, I thought you said Mouse.
No,
Miles.
Mouse.
Okay.
They call me Miles, but they, like, the reason why I tried to use a nickname is because one day I was up here and there was a guy on this trail and there's a pair of clippers.
Holy smokes, okay. Well, I said I'm just gonna find a campsite, get past 26 miles. So I'm like, okay, just find it, chill out. You don't have to do 30 miles. And I kept walking and walking. Couldn't find a spot. And I wanted to have service so I can check in with some people tonight. And then I just kept going. I'm like, crap, I don't have service here. So I kept going, crossing roads. And then just now I just left this guy. His name is Miles. I thought he said Mouse, but he said Miles, who just wanted to talk to me for like ever about every celebrity he's met, all these people he's slept with, and just some weird stories. And 3 times I'm like, hey, it's nice to meet you. I gotta get out of here because I gotta find a campsite before it's dark. And I kept saying that. And you just keep going on. It was like very uncomfortable. That was weird. I recorded some of it. Maybe on the YouTube already have posted that, but maybe I can switch around the order so you can see what's coming. But that was the video. I don't know if you'll be able to hear him because I kind of had the camera covered up. And I'm getting weird feelings about that. Anyways, he laid all this seed, corn seed or whatever for the deer down in here. I'm like, there's just gonna be food everywhere where I'm sleeping then. It's not good. Well, and now it's 8:30. The sun's gonna go down in 10 minutes and I gotta find the next spot. But then this hollow is called Dead Woman's Hollow. I'm like, I can't sleep down in the holler. That's bad luck down there, so I gotta go to the next one. I'm gonna end up doing freaking 30 miles, not on purpose. But, well, that was weird. All right, finding a spot, finding service. Good night. I never been the same, baby. Wish I could get that high. Mango, dried mango. All right, getting all the food together, hanging it up on the tree. Sweet fire pit. It's perfect with some wood. I could have a little fire tonight. A little kindling. Up on top of this plateau. Sunset right there. Can't really, wish I could focus this, but yeah, sunset over there. Sunrise right here. And yeah, cute little spot for Mr. Moxie. Oh! Just did around 28 something miles. Feeling healthy as ever. Dude, I just want to test how far I can go. I had a funny thought and I was like, maybe on day 69, I'll try to go 69 miles. It's 3 miles an hour for basically 23 hours. Exactly 23 hours. We must do it. I'm gonna try it. Well, I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna go 69 miles in 23 hours. You know who would be jealous of these right now? Michael J. Murray. I ain't never been the same, baby. That's not even what he says. I ain't never represent, baby. You know what I'm saying, dude? You gotta get that hawk tour. Yellow teeth like the Grinch. Okay, I'm gonna try to get everything set up before I go to bed. Maybe I'll do one more video before tomorrow, but if not, it's okay. I'm finishing right at mile 1098. So that's basically halfway, 2 more miles till the exact halfway mark, but I think it'll be nice to start at the halfway mark tomorrow. I'm gonna count tonight to make sure this is day 48, but ow, cramp. But if so, that's pretty cool. That means I'd finish in 96 days if I did the same thing as before. Same pace and stuff. Okay, goodbye. Good night. Love you. Actually, I'm gonna do a little tutorial of how I set up my tent. It should be fun. If I can get this set up in an appropriate spot. All right, let's get the tent set up. I have so much food. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. All right, the video's at almost a minute, so starting at 1 minute, this is how to set up the REI Flash Air 2. First off, gonna get the underlayment, the footprint, the tarp. Should have checked my spot, but this is fine. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So we got the spot set up. Hey. Lay that down there. We got the these support poles for the trekking poles. We just drop these down 1 notch. They're at 120 centimeters, so it's actually pretty stretched out, but those will go on each side. And we're gonna grab the 6 stakes here. Oh no, both lights went out. I think that means they're out of battery, maybe. Well, hopefully you guys will see. Hopefully I get it set up before it goes out. I'm gonna do these corners first. I ain't never rep a set, baby. Got the bottom ones and then the guy lines to tighten them. We're gonna do corners first. Stack up the sides and then pull out the guy cables for each side. Hot two. Got that side set up. Come over to this side. King of the castle, king of the tent, king of Appalachian Mountains. Oi. So that right there is how you set up a tent. Pretty frickin' nice. Yeah, it actually looks great. That was easy, that was smooth. That was for you, Ethan. You can tighten these guy lines. Make sure everything's nice and tight. But yeah, that looks actually really great. Ethan, I hope you comment on this, and everybody else, I hope you go look at his comments. Oh, what was it at? 6. So that was about 5 minutes to set up. Pretty good. Ethan's gonna comment on how something's not tight or something doesn't look great, but man, that's as good as it gets, really. I struggled at first knowing like the angles on these things. Like you can see like this one could have been put out that way if it wasn't for the rocks and roots right there, but those two guy cables like stretched out so it pulls it out. But it's I love it. Works out perfect. Ethan that's gonna comment on it is the guy that sold this to me. Spacious. It barely, like you can see the line in the middle, it barely fits 2 pads on each side. So next week my dad's coming to camp with me and hike with me, and so we're gonna share this. It's pretty tight quarters, but not bad. God, that goes so bright. That is how you set up a tent. Now I'm gonna go set up the bareback. This is crazy. I have like an entire bag, Walmart grocery bag. It's probably 15 pounds. Then I've got 6 of these peak meals. I gotta eat these biscuits and gravy in the morning. That'll be freaking awesome. Although I don't know if I'm doing the gallon ice cream challenge at 9, 10, or 11 o'clock. Do I starve myself until then? But then your stomach shrinks. But then if I eat the biscuits and gravy, there's maybe not room. It's all so hard to plan out. Hold on, I gotta fix my do real quick. Make sure I look good for the camera. Dude, these are insane. I never represent, baby. Anyways, the bear hang's pretty easy. You saw earlier, I snagged this this paracord. We're gonna go hang it up on that tree. All I do is tie my, well, you know what? We're gonna show you. Why not? Why not? So I just get my stake bag. We're gonna grab a little rock. That'll do, donkey. We find a place we can walk through. Make sure there's no rattlesnake. Saw a huge rattlesnake an hour ago. This one looks great. All we're gonna do is put this rock for weight inside the little stake bag. Oh, you know what? I don't have my carabiner with me, so we're just gonna do a quick little knot. I never been represent, baby. Okay, that will do. Just tie it around it. Can you see this if I just Yeah, you can see that. Toss it over. Whoa, I just got lightheaded looking up. Here goes the first try. So there you see. Maybe you can't see. Yep, you can see. Threw it over that. It's actually getting a little tangled, which is not good, and the rock is barely heavy enough to come down. It's I think it's where's Richard when you need him? A spruce pine tree? Uh-oh. Guys, are we in trouble? Okay, I'm just gonna have to make sure it's a little heavier if you're on a type or a branch or a tree that has flaky branches. Also, this rope that I just salvaged today or rescued has knots in it, which is not ideal. There we go. Hoo-yah! So, got the rope right there. We'll put a carabiner onto it and just put the food bag onto this right here. You put this through it right there, hoist it up, and then you I still want to eat some snacks, so I don't want to do it yet, but I'm just going to explain what happens. If this is my food bag, you pull it all the way to the top, and then you tie a like twig around this, right? When it's all the way clear up there. And then you let it go, and the bag starts coming down, and the twig right here, oops, gets locked right there on that. It gets locked, but it'll only drop about halfway, so it'll still be at least, I mean, that right there is 20 feet up, so it'll drop from, this is 5 feet, it'll get up to 20 feet. So if you split those in two, that's 15 feet, so it'll drop about 7.5 feet. 20 feet minus 7.5 feet is 12.5 maybe. So it'll be 12.5 feet off the ground, and then you have to be 6 feet from the trunk, so that's like ideal right there. That's like about the minimum you could do. Once we have more weight, it'll make more sense, but dude, that was 2 for 2. That was a good explanation. It worked out. Doesn't always work like that. I mean, you saw the little problems like getting it stuck on the branch with the flaky branches. There's probably someone that would say don't put them on those branches or this and that, because yeah, it is a little rougher, and that rope's probably not good. It has knots in it, but one day when I'm bored, or maybe tomorrow morning, I can get my knife out and try to pick through those knots and get it undone. It's a cool new rope though. My paracord's a little too thin, so one, I don't want it to damage the branches, and two, that's about it actually. The thicker rope I think slides better. But so yeah, I'll just get all my food together once I'm done snacking and eating. I'm not gonna cook a meal because it's late and I've already had so much trail magic. Thank you so much to Darlene, Brian, Tycoon, and Susan, and Colleen and Dez. Man, some great couples out there. But yeah, bear hang's good, tent's good. We'll get everything that's stinky away, brush teeth. I'm gonna have some snacks, then put everything in the bear bag, brush teeth, go hang up the bear bag with everything scenty, and then we're gonna crash, go to bed. It's only 9:02, 9 o'clock's hiker midnight, but no one's here, so no rules. We're gonna party. No, it's starting to get dark, probably around 9:15. It's starting to get dark now. I mean, you can see it, right? But it's still light out there, so you can, if the light's off, that might not be a good description. GoPro doesn't pick up light, but it's still light out. I can see everything without a headlamp. Maybe we'll start a fire. I'm guessing not though. I get too tired to do all that stuff. I am gonna try to organize some photos and videos so that tomorrow when I'm in town I can post a bunch of those and just kind of get caught up with stuff. I love it as a journaling tool for social media, the stories, highlights, posts, reels, all this stuff. It'd be so fun to look back on. And Strava I love because it's recording all my workouts, and then I put all the pictures I took during it, plus a little paragraph with the title about my days. And I'm just copying those into my YouTube videos. I'm gonna copy those into the Instagram posts for Trail Moxie. That's a lot of information for you guys. I feel like this has been a better YouTube video of educational or just like showing what I actually do. Want to see me set up my tent and pad and sleeping system? Sure. Okay, I've got all my clothing in these like individual whatchamacallits. If I do this though, I might get some bugs in the tent from having the light on, so I'm gonna be careful. So much stuff, want a penny to a penny, so much stuff, Ricky Bobby. Okay, we got my Outdoor Vitals inflatable pillow.
Starting your workout.
No, don't start. That's funny. He's gonna start a swimming workout. So we got, yeah, Outdoor Vitals, thank you Ethan. We got the Xped Ultra 3R midweight inflatable pad, thank you Steph and Mike. And we got the Wilderness Technology Light 20-degree synthetic sleeping bag. Those are my 3 sleeping systems. Let's go into the crib and show you how it's done. Shoes off, please. As soon as we get in, zipping this bad boy right up because no visitors in the tent tonight. King of the castle, king of the tent. It's always nice. I just shine right up here and I can see if any bugs come. Anyways, so this is fun. I feel like I have someone here with me talking. I'm talking to. Okay. So first thing, first thing is let's get the pad blown up. This is actually a little hard to do in here because the length of it only has maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 inches of space. So you've got the in and the out, 2 holes as it should be, 1 for in, 1 for out. Gonna block the out, got the in open. There's this really cool stuff sack. It's called something else, but go ahead and add it in the comments. But you clip that onto there right there. You can blow it up if you wanted to, but what this does is you just collect air. All right, quick little blow. And that's like that whole entire gallon that just filled up of air. So you can do like 5 of those maybe. If you got it perfect, I think you could do it in 3. I think I've only done it in 4. Sorry, I wish there was a shelf to show you everything from an upper view. Or like a helmet mount so I could show you my point of view. Whoops, that just popped off. Guys, I could have got it in 4 right there. Cool. If you want it even like a little tighter, just give it a couple blows or whatever. Get a little hawk toi, minus the hawk, you know. Cool. That pad has been so awesome. People say they go through multiple inflatable pads because they rip and pop and whatever. They have to repair them. So almost everybody just has those foam ones that are way less comfortable. This has been like one of my favorite things. It's been a lifesaver. So we're just gonna chuck those to the bottom corner. That's where all the stuff's going. And then time for, man, there's not a good spot for this, sorry. Time for the sleeping bag. Take it out of the stuff sack. Stuff. Actually, we're gonna use this stuff sack for the extra food since I have way too much. Lay out the sleeping bag. Lovely. And then we've got the pillow. This has also been great. I had the Wilderness Technology inflatable pillow, almost the exact same setup, but it started leaking air after 10 days maybe. After a week, and so I had to start using my rain jacket as my coat, or as my rain gear in the stuff sack as a pillow, which actually was really nice. This is the side sleeper pillow. It's like a lot bigger. But I found out if you do it all the way, so my head's gonna lay like this with my feet down. That's the top of my head, bottom of my head. This is like too big of a bump, so it almost feels like your like head's like tilted down. So I leave it a little deflated, not all the way hard, and that seems to be perfect. And we just clip that up so it snaps, and then these are cool because they fit perfect with the mummy bag. Oh, just slide that in right there like that, and there's my pillow. It's been nice in the summer since I really haven't had to use the sleeping bag so much. I mean, as like a insulator, I just can sleep on this material, which is extra padding, so I like having my head right on that rather than this. If you have the pillow on, just like straight on this too, it like tends to slide out or whatever. So what I actually do with this, like the first month I use the sleeping bag normally, and then the last, or after a month, like from day 30 to 40, I used it basically as a quilt, which means I would unzip this all the way. And it only unzips to right there, right? So you got your feet pouch still. But I would just use this as a blanket, so I'd like throw that side there, and this side come over here, and I would lay my body straight onto this. That's what I've been doing. And like the last 10 days, even that is too warm. So what I usually do is just like use it as a pillow. I've got like, let me show you. Oh. So I've got that part right there as a pillow. And then literally it's just goes in between my legs like that. Because it's been so warm. So there you can see there's like that whole half, which is so nice to have all that space. I'll put like my pack there and all my little like charging station here, and then any like shoes or stuff I need to put down there. It's cool. It's got the door on this side and the door on this side, so when you have two people, it's nice. If it's the downside, if it's raining, the vestibule, that like outer shell, sometimes it'll bounce in and like hit up on this stuff. That gets crazy, like muddy on that side and that side down there, but it doesn't come in. This is like waterproof. It's been amazing. It turns into like a water bed. It gets wet but doesn't come through. And even if it does get wet, I'm on this pad, so a lot of times the bottom of this pad's wet, but sleeping bag and everything else is good. Cool. That's my whole night. I would, like I said, cook a dinner if I had a little more time and I didn't get trail magic. Oh my gosh, you probably can't hear that breeze out there, but there's a, man, I wish Richard was here. It's called, that bird out there, it's nocturnal. It's called like a whipper whistle, or a, Something like that. When he was here the first night, it went off like 3 times in the middle of the night. It was pretty funny. It was like right by our tent. It sounded like a car alarm. But yeah, there's a breeze out, which is so nice. I haven't had a breeze for a while. It's probably, should we look up? I don't know if we got any service. If it's 69 degrees, I'm gonna, okay, it's 65 degrees. What? Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. It's gonna get down to 60. This is dreamy. I might actually get to use my sleeping bag as a thing. My sleeping bag as a actual sleeping bag or quilt. Might get cold enough tonight. High of 83, that's beautiful. Okay, it's gonna get dark outside in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go set up the food. Love you.